Hello, Chancellor Pradeep Khosla, Executive Director of Housing, Dining, and Hospitality, Hemlata Javeri, Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs, Allison Satterland, and Dean of the Graduate Division, James Anthony. We are the elected officers of UAW 2865 and the head of the UCSD Resident Coalition, and we're delivering our petition to you today, Friday, March 12th. Together with nearly 2,000 members of the UCSD community, we demand that you freeze rent in university graduate housing and cancel proposed rent hikes for current and new residents.
3% is not acceptable. 72% is not acceptable. Unacceptable is not a strong enough word. These increases are impossible. Students cannot afford to pay over $1,000 monthly for 50 square feet to call their own, while teaching, researching, creating, raising families, and surviving a pandemic. It is impossible to be the integral part of the university and the broader network of knowledge makers that we are, while we worry about affording a place to sleep.
Housing is a workplace issue. We will not stop fighting until you eliminate the rent burden for all of us. It is unconscionable that at the same university that controls our income would also rip 95% of that income back from us via trumped up rent charges. In 2019, 19 UCSD employees made over $1 million and 178 were paid over $500,000. Pradeep, you yourself made almost $500,000. Meanwhile, we academic student employees are paid within view of the poverty line, while our labor sustains the basic operations of the university. We simply will not accept this further deterioration in our quality of life and our living conditions. We can't pay and we won't pay, but you can.
It is not students' responsibility to shoulder debt to which we never consented, for expensive housing, the cost of which we did not agree to. HDH perhaps does not realize that graduate students are skilled, trained critical thinkers, perfectly capable of seeing the gaping holes in HDH's story. The numbers do not add up, and the arguments are spurious. How much longer are we going to watch as HDH's negligence impacts our community, our neighbors, our colleagues, our friends? We are sick of hearing there's nothing we can do about that. We have seen how our concerns, our ideas are met with utter disdain and dismissiveness. We have seen HDH knowingly present false information to their residents and to the advisory committee appointed by the university. We have heard too many stories now about the abhorrent behavior of HDH throughout the years, but especially in the past few months. And we cannot and will not sit idly by and continue to pay for their negligence.
We expect you to respond to UAW 2865 and Housing Coalition leaders by March 19th with your agreement to freeze the rents and a real plan to create affordable housing that does not leave students and student workers rent burdened.